Well, if you have been paying attention these last several weeks, you've heard us talking about the near dire situation setting up in the Magic Valley. Despite personal responsibility pleas from medical professionals, COVID is running rampant there and through the surrounding areas. So much so, the South Central Public Health District, which covers Camas, Cassia, Blaine, Gooding, Lincoln, Jerome, Minidoka, and Twin Falls counties, well, their board shifted their county risk levels yesterday. Here's where they stood before last night's board meeting. You can see almost all of their counties were in the orange or the high risk category. Well, today, everyone of those, including, or I should say excluding, Blaine and Camas counties, they changed to the red or the critical risk category. It's referred to as the tipping point, where the positivity rate is above 20%, hospital capacity is severely impacted, and staffing shortages could become a significant issue. During the meeting, Dr. Joshua Kern with St. Luke's Magic Valley painted a rather desperate picture of what is happening there, with some patients being sent to Boise to get medical attention. And he hopes if this trend continues, St. Luke's doesn't have to resort to crisis standards of care. The health board did vote to limit public gatherings to fewer than 50 people last night, but they were not comfortable implementing a mask mandate without consulting other county commissioners. That lack of leadership got the attention of a lot of people, including one elected official. Representative Lori Likely from Jerome spoke with Dr. Kern after that meeting last night and decided enough was enough. So she posted a video plea to her Twitter page. She told us today she's never been scared of the virus, but has always taken it seriously. She just feels it's time to step up those sentiments.
I admit that I've not taken COVID-19 seriously enough. Our son has healed from this, we think, but it did take 5 months.
I mean, why is it taking you this long to take it seriously enough?
I think we all got a bit complacent during the summer months. We were all outdoors and, we thought we would see a decline in our coronavirus numbers, and many of us got complacent, and I'll own that. I think it resonated yesterday when I had a conversation with Dr. Kern that somebody in the elected branch, needed to step up and say, it's time to make a difference. We need to set a good example and take this very seriously.
So stepping forward and asking people to take this seriously is the last thing that I really wanted to do. It's become political from a local to a national level, and it can no longer be political.
Why asking people to take it seriously? Why would that be the last thing you'd want to do? Why wouldn't that be the first thing that you'd want to do?
Well, and that's a great question. Quite frankly, I thought that we would all rally around our medical community and our experts during coronavirus and listen to those that have years and years and years of experience working in the medical field. That has not happened. Therefore, at this time, I knew it was my time to step up and say, let's take this seriously. And if we don't, we're going to see, considerable reductions in hospital capacity. The time was now for me to step up and say, this is the right thing to do.
I will own what Dr. Kern, Vice President of Medical Affairs at St. Luke's, suggested yesterday, that we, as your elected officials, are afraid to step up and take responsibility. Well, today, I am stepping up and taking responsibility, and I challenge my colleagues to do the same.
Why haven't more of them done that, you think?
Because it has been a political football, Brian, and I think it has become a Republican versus Democrat issue, and many of my Republican colleagues are afraid to step up and support the recommendations of wearing a mask and keeping 6 foot of distance and washing our hands and, hand sanitizing.
I believe in your freedoms and liberties guaranteed by the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. With that freedom and liberty comes personal responsibilities, a responsibility to protect the health and safety of our neighbors, our loved ones, our friends, and our communities.
Why was it important for you to mention that?
Well, I think that we see in Idaho a significant amount of pressure put on our freedoms and our liberties. And it goes without saying that the Constitution and the Bill of Rights protect those, but they also protect the freedoms and liberties of our neighbors and our friends and our families. And it's time that we step up and help protect freedoms and liberties across the board.
Do you wish you had done it sooner?
I do wish maybe I'd have stepped up just a little bit sooner. Absolutely. And I did step up back in March after our son had tested positive. I did step up and make a public statement at that point. However, again, I think that, I didn't take it as seriously as maybe I needed to over the last couple of months, thinking that this would just go away, and that not that the coronavirus would go away, but the polarization and the politicizing of coronavirus would go away, and it hasn't. And I had enough yesterday after I talked to to Dr. Kern, where he challenged the elected leaders to stand up and lead.
Which is what she chose to do today. And it's true, likely is running for re-election this November, although unopposed, so it would seem an easy thing to finally put herself out there like this, right? Well, she told us she didn't decide to do it today because it was easy, but because it was the right thing to do. And she told us she's gotten mixed reaction to her video. As for her son, he's 23 years old, and it took him about 2 months for his sense of taste to come back, another 3 months to get his sense of smell and his lung capacity back to where they were before he contracted COVID. But as Representative Blakely made clear today, it shouldn't take someone you care about getting the virus for you to start to care about protecting those you don't know. It's not too late to step up, listen to the health experts, and do the right thing.